Welcome to Rocky Broad Solar, where we encourage you to make the current flow. On today's episode, we're here in Western North Carolina at a customer's home who had existing solar installed that was grid tied only. We have now used an EG4 FlexBOSS 21, 2 indoor wall-mount batteries, GridBOSS MID to AC couple his existing solar into this system to provide whole home backup. Let's get into it. Alright, so Christopher just got done installing this Eaton CSR breaker in the GridBOSS, which now makes it service entrance rated because we are intercepting the feeders, the service conductors from the meter, and we're rerouting them here into the GridBOSS, making this the service disconnect. We've installed our new neutral to ground bonding strap, which is required at your first means of disconnect. And then we're going to be installing a new grounding electrode conductor from here to the ground rods. Here we've only got one single ground rod and we do not have an inter-system bonding jumper. So what we're going to do is we're going to drive a second ground rod, which I've got sticking out of the ground here. You need two 8-foot ground rods, 6 feet apart to be up to code these days. Since we're modifying this service, we want to bring this grounding electrode system up to code. So while I'm doing that, Chris is going to get ready here to drop power, and pretty here shortly we're going to go ahead and start running the service conductors. Hey, DIY solar is not for everybody. This stuff is complex and difficult. If you're just looking to hire a professional to install solar and storage on your home in the Western North Carolina area, go ahead down in that description below. Check out our Rocky Broad Solar intake form where you can just fill out some questions about your specific scenario, and we'll get back to you within a few days with a zero-cost, pressure-free quote. You can also check us out at www.rockybroadsolar.com, or you can just give us a call at the number here, 828-231-8359. Let's get back into it. So Chris is over here covering up our new grounding electrode conductor. We got our two 8-foot ground rods, 6 feet apart. We've got our inter-system bonding jumper here. That is where all of the cable and phone lines can be tied in, or anybody that needs to ground out here by the meter. We still need to secure this wire to the wall. with some little clamps, and then that'll have a little plastic cover over it. We've got our L1, L2 and neutral coming from the meter into the GridBOSS, into our new Eaton CSR 200 amp main breaker. We've got our equipment grounds and neutrals bonded together with our bonding strap. That's where our grounding electrode conductor terminates. Then we've got our 200 amp backup loads breaker that runs into our backup loads panel. We've removed our neutral to ground bonding strap that ran across the bottom of the panel here between those bars. Oh, good thing I'm looking here. We got to remove this neutral out of the surge arrestor, because now we're going to have all of our grounds on this bar and all of our neutrals on this bar. They're going to be isolated. We've got our L1, L2 neutral and ground coming into the main lugs. We've also removed this furnace breaker. That is going to go to the smart ports. You can see here we're jumpered with some big blue wire nuts, and that goes down and into the GridBOSS. We're also going to be moving the water heater, this 30 amp above the furnace, but we don't have time for that at the moment. We're just trying to get the power back on. If you're a homeowner out there feeling a little bit overwhelmed at the thought of DIYing your own solar and storage project, go down in that description below. Check out our Rocky Broad Solar Ultimate DIY Guide. It's got a lot of helpful tips and tricks, as well as how to choose the right equipment for your specific scenario, how to get it installed in a safe, code compliant manner, how to get it past that final inspection. We also got a lot of good coupon codes and deals where you can use our links and codes to save even more money on top of any other deals going on at this time. Let's get back into it. Alright, and before energizing your panel, you always want to be aware here that when you put these panel cover screws in, you're not going to punch through into a live conductor. So always get zip ties, get all your conductors nice and neatly managed into the back of the panel so that you don't ever have a panel screw punching in and piercing a live wire. That would be no good.
You did notice that we turned off all the branch circuits as well as the main breaker. We have the additional main breaker that is now in the EG4 GridBOSS. The reason for that is just so there's not a strong load on the house whenever you're installing or removing the meter, just to lower the chance of any sort of marking. So I have the EG4 Chargeverter wired up. I'm going to set the parameters for the batteries here in a minute. We've got that plugged into a generator.
Well, everyone, that's pretty much all we've got for you today. Make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for part 2 of this series, where I'm going to go through a very detailed walkthrough of every component installed in this system, how it operates, why it's important, and the parts and equipment you're going to need to order if you're trying to DIY this yourself. As always, I really appreciate each and every one of you for watching. Till next time, take care.